Man, Borak were cool. If only they had, like, maybe a little bit more articulation, and maybe if those Krana were able to shoot farther, that would be really nice. Thankfully, I think I may have just fixed that.
Hello, fellow compatriots, and welcome to yet another review. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the Borak. Now, the Borak were the scouts of the Borak swarm, where they would go ahead and scout the area, and if they find any Borak that lay dormant without a Krana, they would take it upon themselves and resupply the Borak with more Krana if one were to be defeated and losing their Krana. And that is basically, and also they're fully mechanical. And do not require a Krana to help themselves operate. So they're completely mechanical, which is kind of neat aspect about them. Anyways, these Borak have great range of articulation, and furthermore, they have a built-in function that works much more better than the original design and can launch very effectively. Just be sure, when not in use, be sure you have the Borak cap up, the Borak the Krana plate set in the up position when not in use, and you'll see what I mean later in the video because I did not mention that. Anyways, let's take a closer look at these figures, shall we?
Alright, so now these guys are very great, you know. So what I did was with the legs specifically, I actually gave them legs, so they don't no longer have the Mectoran feet, but rather they have actual legs, ankles. The waist can still rotate, although it is only slight. However, this is all due to because since it can't do that much of a waist crunch no more due to me making the function. It can't do a waist crunch some more due to the function getting in the way. However, you can remove this function, the rubber band mechanism. You simply just have to remove this segment over here, the latch, remove the segment that holds the rubber bands and so forth, and probably just use a blue pin to hold it in. Now, it still has the problems as before with the Krana still falling out. So let's push this to the side. Let's go ahead and take them off their pedestal, and oh no! Sorry about that. We were experiencing some technical difficulties in the Tributron studio. However, everything's back to normal. The Borak attacked. It was a very vicious attack. Hardly anyone survived. You know, they cleaned out the entire studio. I am the only survivor in my own workplace. It is chaos. The Borak have invaded. But anyways, let's go start with Tahnok, since we were talking about him. So he comes with his staff. The legs, they can kick out to the side and back, and they have a ball joint at the ankle. The arms, they can rotate. You've got elbow joint over there, and this one over here. Now, the downside is that these joints are in gray. However, you can use paint if you want to. So, and the neck moves, ball joint neck, all this good stuff. So they all have it. Like Gahlok is the same. They're all clones. They're all the same except with different colors and headpieces and weapons. So they're basically all the same. Now, time for the function. Now, the function actually fires very far, which is surprising. is actually shoots surprisingly far. So for our test subject, sadly I do not have Lewa. If I had Lewa, then this would be perfect, but I do not have Lewa. So sadly, we're gonna have to stick with good old. Let's stick with Tahu. Just for the sake of things, we're gonna shoot Krona at Tahu, and that's a good size comparison there. So they're still in scale with your if you want to collect them and modify them all this way. Anyways, let's go and use Lehvak. So to get them ready to launch, first things first, you have to fold up the legs like this and orient the ball joints so that they're in position and lower the head. Once you got that, you simply push and it fires. Now, this is one way to fire it. This keeps it from tilting and so forth. And you simply just pull back and it latches again. So to fire, you just squeeze the latch away from the Krona plate. And you can just simply place it back in, push it to the side. Now, if you want to get a greater range, it's simple. You just simply, you can tilt the character slightly, make sure the head is down at all times, and have the Krona. We've been, again, technical difficulties. I apologize for that, but anyways, you can have Tahnok in this position and fire, and as you can see, it fires pretty far, and it doesn't rely on you smacking the arm and desperate for it to launch far, because you'll always get these things to launch far no matter with very little effort. So it's much more efficient and it makes replay value very fun. So just to show how easy and frequently you could just do this, you could just simply just place it in, fire, grab it, latch in, pull, fire, latch in, unload, fire. It is very quick and efficient compared to the original, making it a much more funner to play, and it allows very little setup, and you can play with this in fast record time. So you won't be having some fun sucked out of you for not hitting it right the first time or anything like that. You will always be able to fire your Krona out of your Borogva every single freaking time. That they have greater range of articulation compared to traditional Borogva. Even though the Borogva themselves had good articulation, maybe a little bit better than these variants that I've made regarding the waist articulation. However, you don't really need that much waist articulation with these guys. They're very expressionable, and you can do the A stance with these guys. You can even do a stoic pose if you even wanted to. So, I mean, there's a lot of things, and you can simulate him spinning his staff, you know, all stoic and all. I mean, there's so many poses that you can do with these figures. It's absolutely fun to play with. If you guys are interested in me doing a how-to, please let me know in the comments below. And the best part is, which is pretty ironic, is that these Borogva use almost entirely old Bionicle pieces that would be available back in 2001, with the exception of the axle over here. Now you can just use standard black axles for that more nostalgic feel without the stopper at the end, if you want to go that route, or use the classic arms if you feel like it. But to me, I prefer it this way. It allows for greater articulation and all that fun. Anyways, that's enough of me bickering. Let's go to size comparison. So Tahu, as you all know, there he is. Get him out of the way. Wow, he stayed in one piece. And here we have Bad Guy in his former glory, his evilness. Here's something a little bit more recent for you younger audiences. Here is Master Kopaka. So you got a size reference there. If you do not have Master Kopaka, why don't you? You should. He's a good figure. Here's Tahu Uniter with Akir. Absolutely massive. Why put G2 with G1? Makes no sense. And here he is with a Throwbot. Electro? Is his name Electro? I think it's Electro. I'm not so sure. He's missing his faceplate though. It's sad. Can we get 50 likes? Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and like always, take it away myself. And honestly, guys, be sure to go to the comments down below if you want to see a how-to of this, of these guys. I would really enjoy it. Anyways, see you next time, and possibly have a new figure along the way, or more. Hello, and welcome to the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like, and if you want to see more stuff just like this, be sure to go ahead and subscribe. And of course, if you want to follow me in any sorts of social media, you can follow me on Instagram, Tumblr, Facebook, Printerest, and also the TTV message boards. And also, Patreon, in case if you want to go ahead and give me some support. And the links to all those are in the description down below. Also, I have Discord as well, so you can chat with me if you want to, which the link to that is in the description down below. Anyways, that is it for this video. So I hope you all enjoyed, and like always, I will see you in the next one. Bye guys!